Hello, hello. Good evening, good time zone. Welcome on in. Hey, Mango, good to see you. I hope things have been going well. It's been a little bit since we've done a free test Friday, but we are here with City of Gangsters, which looks pretty cool. I think the settings are probably fine as is. I scanned through them earlier; they seemed all right. So we can probably just hop right into the tutorial. Generating city map Chicago. Oh my god, it's huge. Populating city map. Chicago. 18... Is this the year? Why is the year advancing? What year are they going to put us in? Okay. John Smith, 20 years old, American. Finally arrived in the big city, Chicago. Oh goodness, is there going to be a ton of reading in this? I mean, that's alright, it's not a problem necessarily. The year is 1920, dawn of the Gilded Age. The country is prosperous but divided. The National Prohibition Act just made it illegal to sell, manufacture, or transport alcoholic beverages anywhere in the country. The law is seen as an attack on city residents and immigrants who don't support the temperance movement. Actually, nobody in the city takes this law seriously. Illegal speakeasies and alcohol operations are popping up all over, and it's easy to persuade the police to look the other way. You arrive into this melting pot with a few dollars in your pocket and a family connection. You're staying with your uncle, Lewis Rocks. He has a small business in the city, and he's going to show you the ropes. But you don't want to run the family store. You dream about making it big, and this situation is full of opportunities for someone like you, someone who's not afraid to take risks. As you get off the train and take in the sights of skyscrapers and endless crowds, you already know this is the beginning of something great. Okay, whoa, okay, we're zooming in. Is the game running right now? Can I pause it? What's happening? I think it's paused anyway, nothing's moving. Things are going. It is a little meh with the roommates over a drying rack that is constantly in the living room. Finally asked them today if they could check it more often so it does not stay in the living room all the time. A little tired of their antics. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mango. Hopefully they will do that for you. So Smith. So this is sort of my area. What's this? Morgan? Somebody else's area? Mary Morgan. The Morgan outfit. Okay, that's... Also got Russell Nixon with Nixon's crew. Corner of Poppy and Meadow. There's a shop there. Okay, so it seems like stuff that's just like browned out here. It's just like residential areas where we can't probably do anything, but it seems like anywhere where there's stuff lit up is like we could set up shops or whatever. Okay. Lewis Rax approaches you as you get off the train. John, my dear nephew, it's so good to see you. How do you like our neighborhood? Sure, it may not look like much, but it's ours. Let me show you around. Continue. Look around. The first thing to do as long as looking around, press WASD keys to look around. You can also... Oh yeah, I was already doing that. Okay. Now zooming out. Mouse wheel or F and R keys. Easy peasy. Other than that, taking this weekend to just relax and allowing yourself to think about the chapter you're writing. Oh, that's awesome, Mango. It's always good to take time to relax and try not to think about the stuff you gotta work on. Helps refresh and reframe the mind. I hope that the chapter goes well once you do start to focus on it again. Finally, to rotate the map, Q and E or click and drag with the middle mouse button. Oh, I see. Okay. I would like my camera oriented exactly north-south, please. If that's possible. Looks like my webcam is slightly not where it should be. If I tuck myself right below this information here, that should be useful. Maybe. Seems like the left side isn't completely open. I may move myself over there. We'll have to see how things go. Unknown residence. Corner of school and Sunrise. Unknown building. There's one building in this corner that should be scoped out. Okay. I don't even know how to do that. We'll get there. And by the way, the right mouse button and the escape key can be used to close dialogues and pop-up windows, except for this dialogue window. Okay. Lesson 2. Who are you? This blue marker represents you in the game map, and it will follow your car as you drive around. Click on it to select it. Okay. See the bright orange column of light above your marker? This shows that you're currently selected to perform various activities. See all the information about the selected person on the right side of the UI. Let's examine it in order. First is the person's mugshot, same as on the marker, so it's easy to identify who's who. Gotcha. That's John Smith. That's me at the moment. Second is the vehicle they're driving, assuming they're assigned to one, which we are currently. Right next to that are your action points, which determine how much you can do per turn. Okay, dope. So this is turn-based, like, sim strategy game, not real time. Okay, good to know. I like turn-based stuff a lot. And movement points, which determine how far you can drive per turn. You use those up as you drive around and get things done. If this person is assigned to a car, you'll see its inventory right below. Okay. The car has $300 and a baseball bat. Meanwhile, right below the person's portrait, you can see their traits and details of their past experience. Moving your mouse over any of these elements will reveal more details. Go ahead and try it. Experience, none yet. Personality traits. Friendly. Decreases cost of gaining control of a new building. Decreases impact of negative social actions. Organized. Faster experience gained while managing operations. Hardworking. Need things done quickly. Experience is none yet. Okay. Understood. Lesson 2. Who are you? Finally, to select somebody, you have 3 options. You can click on their marker above the car, or you can click on their crew card in the upper right corner. Okay, like so. There was more to that, but we closed it. That's okay. Apparently, it said there were 3 ways. What's the other way that I could select a person? Ooh, okay, I'm opening windows that I probably shouldn't yet. Let's look at your cash and vehicles. Up here you can see your cash is the total stored in all your buildings and vehicles. Move your mouse over it to see how much you have in which location, and also how much you've gained or lost last turn. Okay. Next to your vehicles, cars and trucks. Next to each you have the number owned and the max number you can handle at the moment. You'll need parking spaces or repair shops to increase the max number. Okay, so we have a car, personal vehicle. We don't have a cargo vehicle yet. And to the left of that are your corners and crew size. Excuse me. Right now your crew is just you by yourself. You'll be able to hire more people once you expand your territory a bit. Mouse over to see more details. Corners, we have one corner and we have one crew, okay? Buttons on the far left show a variety of overlays and informational. We'll come back to those later, okay. Now if you look at the right, you'll see the current date. Today is June 1st. This is a turn-based game and each turn lasts 7 days. Okay, so each turn is what we get done in a week, essentially. If you ever run out of action points or movement points, press the next turn button to advance the next turn. Go ahead, press it now. We'll continue once you've done that. But I didn't do anything this week. Oh. How many movement points did I just use up? 9. Can I... 2 favors available? Polish pastry shop? Coffee and tea store? Visit to trade? Okay. I need to stop trying to be super efficient. This is just the tutorial. I should just do what it tells me to do so I can get to the point where I can start a game. Next turn. I just need to learn stuff. Maybe the game's like, this week you learned the game, now you can play. Well, I assume the tutorial itself is going to be done after a little while, and then I'll probably just start a new game and start from scratch somewhere else. I think the date advanced to June 8th. 1920 on each turn, all of your action points and movement points get refilled as well. Now this building here is going to be your safe house. Let's take a look inside. Click on the marker to open the bill. Okay. Our safe house is a Lewis's Lumber and Supply Co. From the outside, this looks like a regular business operated by myself, your Uncle Lewis, but inside there's plenty of storage and room to start a new operation. Controlled buildings. Building under control. Lewis Rocks is the owner on all official documents, but this is really your space. The front of the building says Lumber and Supply Co. This is the official business registered at this address. Lewis Rocks is managing it for you. It's not really profitable, but its role is to provide cover. There's empty space in the back to set up your own illegal operation. This industrial building has some storage space. You can use it as you see fit. Click on the tabs on the right to inspect. Okay. Let's look at this in order. First, click on the business tabs. Or business tab. It's the blue tab. Okay. Small warehouse. This is a legitimate business that I've been running. It will provide good cover for whatever operation you want to set up. So our uncle, just like before we even asked, is like, so if you have any illegal activities you want to do, I got some room out back. Just welcome to the town. That's where you can do your crime. He just first things first. Small warehouse. Maze of crates, boxes, production details. Produces every 4 turns. Produces some malt syrup. Ooh. Malt syrup. Let's click on the storage tab. Panel shows what's stored in the basement. There's a lot of booze here, dating from before Prohibition. We'll make good use of it in a bit. Ooh. 110 homemade beer crocks. Malt syrup can be made into beer very easily. Okay. Continue. Let's look in the backroom tab. This panel shows what's set up in the back of the building. Right now it's empty, but you can start a new operation. Should I start a new operation? On the corner tab. Shows information about the corner we're on. Corner is the basic unit of territory. Every building belongs to some corner or another, and corners may belong to someone's territory. Ooh. There's 4 other crews. We have a lot more respect than the others. Which is interesting. There's 2 shops here we could do favors for, I think. These are the businesses on this corner. Whenever you're at some corner, you can visit all the businesses there. Gotcha. Shows your respect level at this corner and the respect of other people who are known. Oh, okay, so this isn't the overall respect. This is respect on this corner. So as a home corner, obviously everybody respects us far more than the other crews. But if we were to go to their corners, they'd obviously have more respect there, probably. With your very high respect level, thanks to me telling people about you, this corner became part of your territory. Conversely, this is the heat level of this corner. You must already get more details. Illegal activity generates heat, and heat attracts police attention. Okay. Speaking of the devil, here's the information about the police precinct we're in. You must over to get more details. So far it's been quiet, and quiet is good for business. Precinct. Officer Joe Smith. Cops are not interested in this corner. Maybe you can keep it that way. Okay, let's close this window and get back to our safe house. Cool. Now let's click on the tab with my portrait. That's Lewis? I mean, I shouldn't necessarily just judge someone's age by their appearance, but if you were to show Lewis and me and ask which one is the uncle and which one's the nephew, I would assume this would be the uncle, because this guy looks quite young. I'm sure they just chose a random picture for him, but it's fine. But it looks like I should be his uncle. You would swap them? I would swap them too. Also, welcome in, Banjo. It's good to see you. Yeah, this clearly looks like this guy's nephew, but it's fine. This is me, your dear Uncle Lewis. I told your parents I'll take you in and help you get started in the city. Close this dialogue for now, sure. Might be able to get our hands on malt syrup here that we'll use for baking. Just baking. Fair enough. Got a good relationship, and you said that you'd be willing to help me out however you can. Let's talk about that. Oh, so that's how we would do a favor for somebody. I've been meeting my guys for a while now. Let's go for a walk instead? Sure. The mustache screams old. Yeah. Well, specifically just the mustache, I find really screams a certain time period. You don't see many people who only have mustaches now. You do. They are around, but it's not usual. See this business here? It's on the same corner as we are. Let's pay them a visit. Okay, yeah. The bakery. Now visiting Laura Corbin, who runs Corbin's Polish pastry shop. I'll go have a chat in 1 second, but first let's find out more about them. Always found mustaches creepy. Yeah. I mean, I've known some lovely people who just have mustaches, but there is a little bit of that connotation to them. Baba, hello! What? Oh. Automod hit Banjo. We bring the love? Thank you so much for bringing the love. Hello, everybody. Welcome in.
Who knows why certain people say...
Oh, thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming by with that raid. What is my... I don't stream enough to know what my commands are. Is this it? Is this right? It is! Ooh, how was Guilty Gear? Very tired. If you need to step away and rest, by all means, please take care of yourself. Don't feel pressure to stick around here and hang. Thank you so much for the raid. He was ballin', but at what cost? Yeah. Is Guilty Gear... Is Strive the one that they just recently announced? I'm not involved with the fighting game community at all, but I do hear things from time to time. They just announced that they're bringing crossplay as well as rollback netcode to Strive, right? I think. Is that a thing that happened? It's exciting. Do have to go, but it's lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day/evening. It was lovely to meet you as well. Don't know about rollback, but it just got crossplay. Nice. Nice. Yeah, we're just checking out City of Gangsters, which is free this week on the Epic Games Store. That's why we're giving it a try here. I always love checking out stuff that I haven't played before. So the free games every week on Epic are quite enjoyable to me. And we're just stepping into the tutorial right now, basically. Only just recently started. Who, I don't know a whole lot. I vaguely know some Guilty Gear characters. Do you have a main? Do you play Strive a lot? Who are some of your favorites? Can't wait for Next Fest. I'm so excited for Next Fest. For anyone unfamiliar, Steam Next Fest is next week, and there's going to be tons of demos, and we're going to be playing as many of them as I have time for. A character called Bridget. I've seen Bridget around, yeah, who is a bounty hunter who uses a yo-yo, who in previous games was a cross-dresser due to convoluted backstory reasons, but in this new game she came out as a trans girl. Oh, yes, I think I heard something about that too. That's fantastic. Yo-yos are such a cool weapon too. We're now visiting Laura, who runs the Polish pastry shop. We have to chat 1 second, but first let's find out more about... Right, I already read that. First time playing Strive and your first time properly trying to get into a fighting game. Oh, that's exciting. How are you liking it so far? That's fun. I've never been, like, really into any particular fighting game, but I've played a bunch on and off here and there, and I do enjoy them quite a bit. Bakeries used yeast, water, and some grain to make bread. Those same ingredients can be used for other more lucrative products. We might be able to get our hands on malt syrup here that we'll only use for baking and just baking. If you mess with the portrait, you'll get a variety of useful details about them. Their traits and temperament are useful to know. They will impact your dealings with them. Ethnicity is also important, as people of the same ethnicity as you will be more friendly towards you. Oh no, the game has a racism mechanic? I mean, that... For 1920s gangster operations, that makes sense. So she's Polish. Acquaintance, 47-year-old Polish, personality traits, irreverent, not likely to appeal to the religious crowd. Okay. That's fine. I'm down with someone who doesn't appeal to the religious crowd. Ran a poll for what you should play for your first stream back. Oh, welcome back. And your best friend said Shrek 3 and kept pushing it, so you said, okay, if you get me Guilty Gear Strive, then I'll play Shrek 3 next week, and he called your bluff. Oh, it's always great when friends will... When you try to escalate something, thinking they'll stop, and they double down on you. So on the one hand, you got a 40 quid game for free. That's awesome. And on the other hand, now you have to play the tie-in game for the worst Shrek movie. Yeah. I've never played any of the Shrek games. I assume are they just, like, I guess a standard movie adaptation, adventure-ish style game? Makes sense, still a little icky? Yeah. I mean... It hopefully won't be too much of an issue. Like, it says they'll be more friendly, but I don't think that means that, like, we can't form good relationships with people of other ethnicities. I think there's just a little bit of they're less suspicious of you or whatever. Oh, we already moused over that. This meter shows how they feel about you. Mouse over to get more details. Their opinion of you plus 22. They know you from way back in the day. 2 due to personality quirks. Plus 2, your crew member was friendly. From way back in the day. They're 47. How old am I? How do I... I don't remember how to see my age. I don't know how old I am. Person owes you a favor. I accidentally closed the dialogue. That was silly of me. How do I get right back to the pastry shop? Person owes you a favor too. You'll be able to spend them later, but choose carefully as they don't come often. Oh! So the favors are favors we've earned with people. I assumed when we moused over the business, it said there were favors available. I thought that meant like there were things, like I was thinking like side quests, like, oh, there's things I can do for them to improve our relationship. But no, those are things they will do for me if I need them. Gotcha. Gonna name that stream, you did this to yourself. I mean, who knows? Despite not enjoying the film as much as the other two, you might like the game. Maybe it's a lot of fun. Though if your friend was really, really trying to get you to play it, I assume it's probably not necessarily because it was fun, and more because it's a painful experience to get through. Okay, so choose carefully, they don't come often. Now let's look over here. This is how we can strike up a friendly conversation with this person. See what they're saying on the left, and we can choose a response on the right. Go ahead, select the first option to ask about buying and selling. Two runs on each leaderboard for the game on speedrun. You can blind speedrun it and you're guaranteed third place. That's fun. A streamer named We Have Za, who sometimes hangs around here and also has hanged around PictoStream before. I don't know if you reckon or if you've noticed the name. He really likes to do speedruns for like obscure games that don't have a lot or any posted runs. He's technically the world record holder in a few things because he's the only one who's ever posted a speedrun for them. Go ahead, select the first option to ask about buying and selling. So what do you buy and sell here? This does not fill you with confidence? Oh no. If you want to buy or sell something, this is how you'd go about it, but there's another thing we should check out. What do you buy and sell for sure? Let's see if something you're interested in. If you're interested in it, I sell corn syrup, malt syrup, and stoneware crocs. You get a feeling she also trades in things you don't know about yet. Okay. Interesting. Let's see who they know. Click on the connections button. Oh my god, this connection button? This game seems like it has a lot of depth to it. We're just in the tutorial and there's already so much going on. Connections button. Oh my god, okay. Style displays many more details about this person, including personal info and, most importantly, all the connections we know about, which are limited for the time being. Oh, so you have a niece who's part of Bogdanov's crew. You have another niece who's the boss of the Morgan outfit. They're acquaintances with me. This is you. This is you. You have a brother who works at Arnold's Coffee and Tea Store. You have another niece who works at Atlantic Gasoline. You have another niece who works at NGA Corp. And you know Lewis, who is our uncle, of course. Okay. I was not expecting you to have such close ties to, well, the boss of another outfit, but also, okay, interesting. Downloading off a game store because you don't have it on your new PC and had to see them pushing the anti-Semitic wizard game front and center. Oh, I'm so sorry that that was what was showing when you downloaded it. I have seen that too. Unfortunately, I don't think there are any game platforms that aren't carrying it. I wish there were, but I mean, it's on Steam, it's on Epic, it's everywhere. Connections are going to be crucial for you if you're trying to buy or sell alcohol these days. You got to know folks who like you and who trust you. Sure. You'll need to learn how to work those connections to get what you need, but that's for later. For now, close this dialogue. Okay. Best you can do is promote the ad for promoting bigotry every time YouTube tries to show it to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, at least there is that option, but you know, I feel that sometimes it feels like there's not a whole lot that can be done to push back against that kind of stuff. How about a change of scenery? Let's go for a ride. You drive. Do I need to cordially close this conversation, or I can just drive away? Where are we going now? Here's another nearby small business. This one is one corner away. Click on its marker and let's see what happens. As you can see, some information is displayed, but we're too far to visit. I need to drive over there and actually talk to the... Okay, yeah, so I need to actually move myself around to do stuff. Carnation Cleaners. Wallace Golubev. Russian. Organized, hardworking. Okay, so now we're on this corner. So you can see some information displayed, but we're too far to visit. You'll need to drive over there to actually talk to... Oh wait, no, I already did that. It's something you'll run into often. In order to get things done, you or one of your people will need to actually physically go there and talk to somebody, sure. We're far pre-internet right now, so yeah, you gotta do a lot of legwork. Let's drive there. I already did this. I did it too early, and now the tutorial's confused. I already blocked half a dozen people for saying they're going to get the game, including a couple of people you've known for a year or more. Next week or so is going to be rough. Oh gosh, yeah. Fortunately, I mean, I can't say for sure that nobody I'm close with is planning to get it, because I haven't, like, asked everybody, but I haven't seen anybody say they're getting it, of, like, my immediate close circle, so that's good. Upside is your fiance coming to visit on Sunday. That's fantastic. That's amazing, Bubba. I'm so happy for you. Get to spend 10 days with him after not seeing him since November. That's amazing. Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm very excited for a similar reason, in that Picto will be coming to visit in October. And I've never seen them. We've been dating coming up on 3 years, but due to the pandemic, we have not gotten the chance to be in the same physical location. So we're very excited for that coming up in the fall. So do I just gotta, like, move away and then come back, I guess? Since it's not, it doesn't want me to... I don't know. Drive there, drive back. Hopefully the tutorial doesn't want us to have all of our movement points this turn, because we've just had to use up some extra ones. See the markers on the business change color as you drive. The businesses on the same corner turn green to indicate you can visit them. Gotcha. Conversely, the businesses are too far dark gray. Seeing as this is all copacetic, I have a task for you to try on your own. Drive around until you find your cousin Albert Rocks. He runs Cafe Libra nearby. He'll be able to liquidate some of the illegal inventory we've got stashed in the basement. I won't tell you where Cafe Libra is located. That's your first task, but it's near here. Follow him and pay him a visit, or find him and pay him a visit. I'll leave you alone for now. And remember, if you ever run out of movement points, just hit next turn button. Okay. Get to spend our anniversary together on Tuesday. A good friend coming over to play board games on Thursday, and then Valentine's Day the Tuesday after. Oh yeah, that sounds wonderful. I'm sure that'll be a great time. Gosh, I miss playing board games with people. I haven't sat down and played board games with friends in a long time. Younger brother got the game from a friend. You tried to explain to him how it is bad, and he just went, meh, oh well, he's 23 soon, and you're still a little crushed. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's rough, Mango. Gonna play one called Root? I don't think I'm familiar with Root. Okay, so, I mean, Cafe Libra's literally right there, so... Success. Great, you found your cousin Albert. Now ask him about buying and selling. What do you have to sell or want to buy? Looks like you can sell him some of the homemade beer we've got stashed away. But you don't have any in your car, so we'll need to come back with the goods. Then why did I come here? I guess it makes sense to... Yeah, because we're in Prohibition, the beer is illegal, so I guess it makes sense to ask first instead of just driving around with it in the car. Close this dialogue for now. Drive back to the safe house and let's pick up some brew. Root a game of Woodland Might and Right. Oh, that sounds cool. Open the dialogue, safe house dialogue, and switch to the storage tab. Okay. Storeroom contents on the left and your car's trunk is on the right. Now click on homemade beer in the storeroom until you've loaded up 20 crocks into your car. Is there no way to load multiple at the same time? I have to click 20 times? Okay. Done here, close the dialogue. Okay. Go back to Albert. Oh, thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. Now go back to Albert, sell him as much homemade beer as he's willing to take. I'll leave you alone until you're done. Hey, welcome in. Good, teaching you that you need to remember to have this stuff. True, yeah. The tutorial seems to be taking care of a lot of that. They're my cousin. They've known you from back in the day. They're distant family, but they're family. Okay, they like us. What do you buy or sell? I want to sell homemade beer. I think I could use that. I might have some in the car right now. Let's talk about the cost. I believe we're set for $8 per crock. I'm willing to let this go for cheap because I like you. But remember this moment. Sell it minus 20% from market price. Offer them a good deal. I'm okay with the average market price, which is 8. Okay, so he offered us average market price. I need to ask you a bit more than usual. Times are tough all around. You know how it is. Get 20% over market price. Interesting. It's an asymmetric game about trying to gain control of the woods you play in. Oh, cool. That sounds fun. I assume you play as animals, maybe? Possibly? We'll just do market price for now. I feel like, in general, I'm going to want to give people discounts on stuff, but this is just a tutorial, so we're just going to get through it. Honest person does not stand for price gouging, and I appreciate that. Might have some in the car right now. Will you buy all of it? You'll only buy 17. Yeah. Take it all. Look in the upper left, you'll see that your relationship with Albert improved a lot. Ooh. Doing business together. 168 days last 24 turns remaining. Okay, so good relationships get better from doing business, but that will eventually fall off. I gotcha. Doing business with people improves relationships, and especially if the business is of the illegal kind. Mission approved, you start collecting favors. Because Albert has a high opinion of you, you can now have a couple favors ready to use up. Let's spend a favor in the conversation with Albert. Select the second option to talk about favors and helping you out. We've got a good relationship, and you've said that you'll be willing to help me out however you can. Let's talk about that. We're family, right? How can I help? The base game has 4 factions. The cats are trying to build industry and capitalists their way to controlling the forest. Capitalist cats. Fat cats, if you will. The birds, who are the previous rulers, and are trying to take it back. Resistance group of mice, foxes, and bunnies who try to overthrow the other with revolution. And the Vanagon, who is a solo character running around hindering and hurting the other factions and doing quests. 3 expansions, which add new factions. The first one adds merchant otters and cultist lizards. The second one adds monarchy moles and saboteur crows. And the third one adds paladin badgers and burn everything to the ground rats. Oh, cool. This is giving me Redwall flashbacks, if you're familiar with that franchise. Sounds fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. So the first option, asking for introduction to someone who's also buying these kinds of goods. Okay. Anyone who's buying what I've got, what else could we ask for? Could use a bit of support with a common friend in order for me to improve my standing with them. improve your relationship with somebody, or if it wants to expand our territory and take over this part of the city, I want you to run a front for us in your fine establishment. Ooh. You know, Sue's buying. I do need someone who'd like that booze you have laying around. You should meet my friend Norman. Getting offered an introduction, finish it and spend to get the introduction. Tell me more. Take care of things for you. You should just show up over there, and I'm sure he'll be happy to buy some of your inventory. Trust your judgment. Please put in a good word for me. Good to know that's an option, but don't worry about it right now. Perhaps I'll ask you later. Yeah. We can go talk to Norman at Suds and Such. Great, you've got introduced to Norman Lindquist. Thanks to a warm introduction from Albert, he already trusts you and will be willing to talk to you about illegal goods. Useful friends. Introductions from trusted friends are going to be the foundation of your business. Make sure to keep an eye on your network and take introductions when you can. And drive over to Norman and sell him some of the stuff. I'll see you when you're done. Okay. And we've only got 3 things in our car right now. Wait, where are we? Oh, we're way down here. Well, we gotta get back here and that'll end our turn. Because that's the limit of our movement points. But we could restock our vehicle. Let's cart around another 20, I guess. Finish loading. And each faction really plays differently from each other, and you can mix and match them, resulting in a crap ton of replayability. Oh, that's cool. The mix and match part. That's really neat. Very Swedish last name right there? Yes. Yes, it was. Okay, we're going to movement points, so now we got to next turn it. Okay. And now we slide over here, and let's talk to Norman. Business specializes in the boring kind of laundering. This business frequently has a lot of customers after their posted business hours, and they all seem quite happy. We could perhaps help them by furnishing some bottled happiness. Sure. Sell some beer. 8 per crock. Yeah, I'll sell at market price. That's fine. You'll buy up to 50? I should have brought more. I should have bought more. Or brought more. Now let me direct your attention over here. See this marker with the question mark icon? That's a business that hasn't been scoped out yet. We don't know what goes on in there, but we can find out. If you're not there already, drive over to that corner so that the marker turns green. Once you're there, click on the marker to scope it out. Go ahead, I'll wait. You know I'm not already there because you told me to come here. If you're not already there. Come on, game. Took the time to hang out in the corner and observe the company's going, so I took 1 action point. That's fine. Now we learned that it's called Keen's Pastry Shop, and we got some idea about what it does. You can see all the details if you mouse over the notification at the top of the screen. Restaurant supply distributor, owned by Pearl Keen. Okay. Supplies restaurants all over town. Yeah, I think it's would also most likely provide them with less legal obligations if they could secure a source. So you probably also will buy some booze for us. Just start exploring the city. All businesses will start out unknown. It's up to you to pick out which ones to scope out. Sure. Speaking of which, it's a big city and it would be good for you to get out there and explore it a little bit. Some limitations, like previously when your fiancé visited before you got 3rd expansion, which added the Badgers, we could basically only play 3 factions: cat, moles, and birds. Both of us had to pick one of those. Okay. Basically assigns each faction a reach value and recommends you reach specific reach values depending on player count. Okay. Hey, love, welcome in. Forgot your iPad at work again? Oh, that's okay. But you know it's safe? Yeah, that's good. And you've got your tracking thing about it now, so you can always keep an eye on it while it's there. Welcome in. I hope the rest of work went okay. Corners that you haven't explored yet show up as sepia colored. You don't know what kinds of businesses are located there. It's only after you explore it. Sure. Go ahead and drive to this unknown corner, but just a heads up, this will consume a lot of movement points. If you don't have enough, don't forget, I just restarted the new turn, so... So because it's unknown, it consumes more movement points than moving around in this area, because this was only like 1 point per corner, right? So if we go up here, it goes from 9 down to 4. Oh, okay, so it costs 5 movement points to move out of your territory. Interesting. So early on, it's going to be way more efficient to just focus on solidifying your relationships in and around your base, I think. Why is there... Did I spill my tea when I drank it? Why is there liquid on my mouse all of a sudden? What just happened? I should probably go get something to wipe that up. You plus your fiance plus your friend, we still have more options for combinations. Oh, sure, yes, because you got the more expansions now, and nice. That'll be dope. I'm trying to see if you can get to the library tomorrow. I think it's going to be warmer, so maybe you can walk. The bus is weird this weekend or something. Okay. Oh, yeah, because you don't work tomorrow, so you'd have to be without your iPad for a couple of days if you didn't go in and grab it. Hopefully you can go in and see if you can pick it up. I'm just going to quickly... I won't be gone very long. This is not going to be the length of a usual break. I just got to get something to quickly wipe up the little bit of tea that I spilled. I will be back in a moment. Probably didn't even need to bother to go into the BRB screen for that, but it's fine. Oh, that's not where I want to be. We're not ending. Don't listen to that. Don't believe it. It's lying. Oh, thank you for that lurk, Bub. I appreciate that. And thank you again so much for the raid. For bringing everybody over. Get some good rest. Take care of yourself. Okay, I think we're good. What tea? What tea, you say? Well, thanks for the stream. You're most welcome. I can show you what tea. Maybe. My headset reach far enough? It is a caffeine-free cinnamon vanilla tea. Is what I'm having right now. Why are you taking notes on the random tea that I'm... No, I will take you. Nice. Look at that, love. You've got a ride to work to get your iPad. This is how map exploration works, bit by bit, corner by corner. You can drive around, identify new businesses, scope them out, and then talk to the owners to find out what they're buying and selling. But if you can get warm intros, that's much better because they already start out trusting you. Earning the trust of someone completely unknown is much harder. That makes sense. Great, you're picking things up quickly, so I have another task for you. Remember all the beer stashed at the safe house. Go ahead and sell it off, all of it. Afterwards, we'll invest that money into some kind of new operation, maybe a brewery or a speakeasy. So go around, try to sell more to Albert or anyone else who's buying. And if they introduce you to more people, take them up on it. I'll wait until you have 1,200 money in total, and then we'll continue. I'm very close to having that. Understood. Have 1,200 in your possession. Okay, well, I mean... Let's go back and get some beer. And... So... Norman, I think, who we got introduced to, was willing to buy 50. We sold him 20, so we could sell him 30 more right now, I think, right? Is that accurate? So I'm in the car right now, willing to buy 30 more Crocs. Oh, I can't hold it down. I have to click every time. Okay. Dope. Look, arrived had daughter of the moon goddess. Reading this one. Nice. So what is this game? So this is the free, or one of the 2 free games on Epic this week. This is City of Gangsters. We're just in the tutorial right now, so I assume we're going to be, once we finish the tutorial, we're going to be leaving all this behind and actually starting a game where we'll actually, like, care about stuff. But currently I am John Smith. I'm 20 years old. I'm new in town. And I'm attempting to set up some illegal operations in the back of my uncle's lumber and supply co warehouse. And Prohibition is in full swing, so I'm currently distributing some homemade beer to a variety of businesses around my immediate area. And yeah, basically the game is just about building a mafia-style crime family. This is, can I... Understood. Wait. Hitting on all 6 today, I have powder, we can start building a new life for ourselves in this city. Can you stop popping these things up? I just want to explain stuff to people. Well, anyways, oh, also we're in Chicago. I didn't mention that. The tutorial takes place in Chicago, but I don't know if there's other cities you can play in. There might be. But so we're down here. This is our Smith operation. But there's some other families as well. Like there's the Morgan outfit over here, and this is another group over here that are doing their stuff. But the city's huge, it seems like. All right. Let's talk about operations. The real money in the city comes from manufacturing and selling your own illegal alcohols. The Prohibition Act made booze making and distribution illegal, and therefore incredibly profitable, as long as you don't get pinched, that is. To establish a new operation, you need a building you control with some empty space in the back. Fortunately, there's plenty of room in the back of the safe house, so we can establish a new operation there. Drive back to the safe house. I am out of movement, so we gotta end the turn. To the safe house we go. Good. First, let's unload some of this cash. Open the safe house dialog, click on the marker, then switch to the storage tab. Now, move a bunch of cash from your vehicle and into the safe house. Remember, you can use Control and Shift keys to move cash and resources faster. I didn't know that, so thank you for telling me. Is it the doctor that is trying out some mafiaing, maybe? Maybe. I'll wait here until you have 900 stored in the safe house? Okay, so, wait. Control and Shift. So what does Control do? Tens. The Shift does hundreds. Okay. Oh, too much. Great, now switch back to the empty backroom tab. That was here. Mention the backroom's available. Press new operation button. Various operations you can set up. These are just the ones you know how to run right now. In the future, you will learn about many more, but right now, you only know how to make a few things. This is already a lot of options. Since you know several people who are interested in beer, let's build the homebrew operation. And you'll be able to distribute it easily. Make sure the operation is selected, and then press build. Backroom homebrew. We can also do moonshine, brick wine, cider. Bootlegger? Oh, that's probably like a selling location. We want to make some. Production details. We need a source of malt syrup and stoneware crocks. Uses up 4 lumber crates, which we have, and $600. And it takes 5 turns. Okay. That's the operation. Construction will take 35 days. Is it going to skip me ahead 35 days? Can I not do stuff while it's under? I guess it makes sense, because if it's illegal, we can't just necessarily hire a construction company. So maybe I have to do the work myself. So do I lose these 5 turns? We'll see. No, okay. Become active in 5 turns. Gotcha. So I can still do stuff while that's happening. Great, it will take a few turns in this operation, but in the meantime, here's an overview of how this will work. See, the brewery consumes malt syrup and empty stoneware crocks in order to produce crocks full of homemade beer. Move your mouse over different elements to see more details. Sure, understood. Also, you already have enough malt syrup in storage, but you're missing stoneware crocks. You have to go buy more because without supplies, this operation won't amount to much. Okay, I need to get some stoneware crocks. And by the way, later on when you have more money and people, consider assigning a manager to the operation or installing some upgrades and expansions. They can make a world of difference in improving your profit margins. Ah, expansions. Steam sanitizer? Production tracking? Okay. Cool. Isn't this bees knees? You've already started a nice brewing operation with only a little bit of help from your uncle. Your parents would be so proud, which reminds me I should write them. In the meantime, you should go and procure more stoneware crocks so that the operation can start producing some goods for sale. I'm not sure who sells them. You have to drive around and figure that out yourself. Fair. 50 stoneware crocks in your inventory, currently 30, so I need 20 more. Let's quickly take a look at some informational overlays and reports, which are going to help you in various ways. In the upper left corner, you can see a variety of drop-downs with additional information. Click the first one. Resources display, it shows you who you know that buys or sells specific resources. Ah, well isn't that helpful for this thing I need to do right now? Brady's going, they use those holy shoes for beer. Seems not practical. Yeah, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Resource display, it shows you who you... Oh yeah, go ahead and scroll down to Stoneware Crocks and click on it. You can also print this overlay by quickly pressing Z, sure. Stoneware Crocks. Oh, would you look at that? Somebody on the corner I'm currently on that sells Stoneware Crocks. Select multiple resources, and then mark your selection as favorite by pressing the left highlight button. These favorites will be remembered whenever you open this overlay. And then toggle your favorites by hitting the... Feel free to try it out when you're done and close the overlay. Okay, so wait, what? Remembers favorites whenever you open it. Toggle your favorites by hitting the right. Okay, so if I were to favorite Stoneware Crocks, and then I can toggle the visibility of the favorites on and off. Ah, cool. That's fine. Can I unfavorite it? Whoops. Did I mess up? Never mind. This information overlays. Click. Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. Oh, you're not gonna... Can then use the toggle button to show them. How do I... Okay, that's how I unfavorite. Info overlays. Several, but we'll focus on just a few right now. Respect overlay shows your level of respect in the neighborhood. Territory grows based on the respect you have on each block, so it's important to grow and keep respect levels high. We'll talk about how to do that a little bit later. They're putting a lot of things off to a little bit later. How long is this tutorial going to be? Okay, you can also just pressing C. Feel free to explore and then click continue already. Respect. Look how respected we are. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Okay, this is the heat menu. Police precinct. Okay. Car shops. Population. Oh, because we can search by these. Canadian? With the old school Canadian flag. I'm into it. Well, that's going to be the mission then. Once we actually get out of the tour and start a real game, is to seek out all the Canadians. And other people of other... I wonder, can I name NPCs? At some point, maybe? Cool that they used our old flag. Very much so, yeah. Very time period appropriate. Okay, well that's neat. Continue. Really appreciate that attention to detail, actually. It's cool, yeah. I wonder if I would have caught it if they missed it. Like, if they just had the regular Canadian flag, I wonder if I would have been like, we didn't have that back then, or if it just would have, if I would have just missed that detail. I probably would have missed it, to be honest. Heat overlay is very important. It shows the amount of police attention, sure. higher the heat level, the higher the chance of surprise police visit. Bring this report up by quickly pressing X. Yeah, I mean, I already looked at that, but that's fine. Totally would have missed it. Yeah. The police precinct shows which corner belongs to which precinct. Each precinct has one captain who patrols the area. It might be a good idea to befriend them. Sure. At the bottom, the zoning overlays show city zoning regulations. Businesses are typically limited to industrial and commercial zones, but residential zones might have their own surprises too. Interesting. So that's all residential, commercial, industrial. Okay. I see. Below that, the population shows the distribution of different ethnicities. People of the same ethnicity are predisposed to like each other a bit more than average, so use that to your advantage. Does John have an ethnicity that we know of? I believe our uncle was... How do I... There was a way to see people that I had met, but I don't remember how to get there. Or there's a way to see other people's connections. How do I see my own connections? Corner. Focus on this corner. Crew member. More information on the crew member, thank you. Nationality, American. Okay. Oh, the Smith outfit. We don't have anybody else in the outfit yet, which makes sense. What's this do? Oh, okay. Here are my connections. Oh my God, there's so many. Michael Smith, my cousin. I don't know what he does for a living. Another cousin? I have quite a few cousins. All of whom I don't know what they do. Occupation unknown. Officer Joe Smith. Cousin. Oh, my cousin is the local police officer? That's convenient. Okay. Third drop down is a collection. I don't need this open. Is a collection of reports. It's a number of reports you can consult related to different parts of the game. The financial part is probably the most immediately interesting one, but the others are going to be very useful as well. If you look through them, then click continue. Sure. Your legacy. Can I wish I could move the tutorial dialogue, because they tell me, like, feel free to explore, but then this blocks certain things on the screen. The one you know what they do is the policeman. I wonder why. Category fame. Yeah, I don't think I'm famous yet. People look up to those who are powerful and have since the dawn of time. No. I mean, sort of, but also sort of not. People want to be rich and powerful. Most people resent the rich and powerful, not look up to them. Well, actually, that's not true. Some people look up to them. See how your legacy stacks up based on your wealth and power. Sure. Connections, category economy. Okay, that's fine. Finances. Money. We'll get into that at some point. My outfit. Oh, yeah, we don't have that yet. Crew skills, missions, pending. Oh, yeah, what do I have for missions? Tutorial getting supplies. Okay. Finally, the fourth button shows the game encyclopedia, which contains information about various aspects of the game in one place. Take a look. Game encyclopedia. Whenever you have questions about some game element, check here first. Feel free to look around, then click continue. Arrests. Sometimes committing a crime will result in an arrest. If the heat is high and it has caused the police to descend on a corner, they may arrest any of your crew members that end their turn on that corner. Okay. That's really good to know. So I can probably... It sounds like I can pass through that corner and maybe even do business in that corner, but if I end my turn there, they might get arrested. If that happens, the officer will confiscate all the cash and cargo that might be in that vehicle. If you're currently in a precinct where the cop has been paid off by your outfit, they'll just pretend that that they did see anything and no arrest will result, regardless of their heat value. However, outside of your territory, they will still prevent nearby businesses from conducting any deals. Okay, so you can't conduct deals there while the police are there too. Ollie was good? Oh, that's fantastic. Good boy, Ollie. Okay. Control buildings, corner hooligans. Local loafers, good-for-nothings, and other ne'er-do-wells. Corner hooligans control just a single corner of the city, but it's theirs. They're sometimes aggressive towards other outfits and other hooligans. Some just seem content to take up space. Others might have opportunities for you to consider if you use a favor to get in with them. They sometimes bother other business owners that are paying you for protection or with whom you're doing important business. In that case, you might need to get your hands dirty. You can threaten them and hope they stop. If you have an in with them, you can pay them to consider doing something else somewhere else. Or you might just need to resort to some old-fashioned street fighting. The most difficult crime to track is the one which is purposeless. How would one engage in some random street fighting? Protection rackets, relationships, trust, resources, respect, rival outfits, skills, territory, truces. Absinthe? Oh my god. Are we gonna get into the absinthe game? Okay, cool. Get back to your goal of gathering supplies. I'll be back a little later to talk about territory. Growing your crew in your territory is going to be crucial in order to maximize profits. And also protect yourself from rival outfits. Ollie's trying to say hi. Hi, Ollie. Good to see you, buddy. I wonder how many lessons there are. I do want to do the tutorials, but I also would kind of like to start a game and actually... Well, we'll see. We'll see how much longer this lasts. You think he knows? Oh, did I say rivals? If you haven't run into any rivals yet, don't worry, you will. We can talk about that later as well. How many things are we talking about later, Uncle? For now, concentrate on getting some beer production going. Follow the goals in the upper yes. By the way, as you drive around and visit people, instead of a regular left click, you can use shift left click to get right into a buying or selling conversation, skipping other topics. Let me in. Okay, so it said... Yeah, you have... So shift left click goes right to the buying. Yeah, I mean, I want some stoneware crocs. 2 per croc, easy peasy. I'll pick some up right now. Sells out to 30 crocs. I will take your entire stock. Bam. Thank you. I'll see you around. One review says 5 hours. It says the tutorial lasts 5 hours? That's a lengthy tutorial. Deposit all these crocs that I bought. Finish loading. Let's talk about another important thing. Territory. Control street corners. And that's probably 5 hours where someone's playing it a little quicker than I am, because I'm like stopping to like read other stuff and stopping to talk to chat, so I have to assume I'm probably going slower than the average tutorial player. Well, we'll see how far we get. Control of street corners is the cornerstone of every successful outfit. You have territory under control, yeah. But Dying Kid's grandpa's going to tell you the story of when he was a gangster. Right now you only have 1 corner control, the same one where your safe house is. But by my calculation, you need about 5 or 6 before you can start hiring more people and growing your outfit, okay? Control of corners comes from respect. Yes. Territory brings many benefits. First, the more corners you have, the more people you can hire and buildings you can control. Second, businesses inside your territory will be offering you all sorts of opportunities, so it's good to expand as much as possible. Finally, and maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but businesses inside your territory can be extorted for cash. It's a brutal thing to do, and it might have repercussions, but it does produce a steady revenue stream. I don't want to be the kind of mafia that extorts our businesses. I'm picturing a sprawling and very tight-knit mafia community where everybody in our territory loves us because we take good care of them, we don't extort them, we don't abuse our power, and yeah, that's what we're going for. In order to do any of that, you'll need to step up front. Ollie is saying hi to everyone. He keeps meowing and then headbutting. Oh, thank you, Ollie. We can't hear you, bud, because the mic is not... Picto's mic is not broadcasting to anything right now, but we appreciate you saying hi, bud. In order to do any of that, you'll need to step up front. New friend is how you can foothold in the computer, grabbing hold of a single corner first, and then using that front to bring all the surrounding corners into the fold as well. I'll show you how. Go visit your cousin Albert and see if he'd be interested in running a front for you. Okay. Hey, Albert. My friend. Conversation start with the favors, and then ask about starting a front. Expand. What exactly is involved with running one of these fronts for you? It's pretty simple. First, we need to get locals on our side and gain some respect as benevolent protectors. Let's keep your ear to the ground for any opportunities to throw some money around for a good cause. Got it so far? Sure do. What happens then, once your respect is spread? Once people know about us and we control a new corner, our outfit will extend an offer of protection to local businesses. We help protect our friends from misfortune. In exchange, they will come here to drop off some envelopes. I'll need you to collect them for me and not ask any questions. I know you're hesitant, so I'll throw in $84 to sweeten this deal. I know you're hesitant, but here's $84. Which, I mean, it's the 1920s, so that's a lot more money than it would be today, but it just sounds funny. Would you consider breaking the law for $84? It would be an honor to work for you. Stock details, let's shake on it. Spend 84. Yeah, that's fine. Your respect is rising in the city. Another new corner has been added to your territory. Oh, baby. Wonder what Albert is putting in his body to look so young. Great, a new friend has been set up. You can see the card immediately. Enjoying your territory. I mean, Albert's our cousin, so he could be a similar age to us, maybe. Although we certainly don't look 20. I wish I could zoom.
$84 in 1923 is worth $1,457.95 today.
Oh shit. That's actually pretty substantial. Here's $1,500. Sounds like now that sounds like a payment. Also, thank you for those biddies, love. You expand your territory, increasing your respect in the neighborhood. Also, if you're extorting business, they will. Yeah, I'm not going to extort, but that's. I mean, it's good to know how to do it, I guess. Have the new enforcement start working on increasing your respect to grow your territory even more. Go back to Cousin Albert, but this time ask him about expanding your territory. Then agree to his price, and he'll get started. Yeah, so Albert's 22. He doesn't look that much older than 22. He's also Hungarian. It's 1920. 2023 is basically the same. Wait. 20 or 23, I was going to say it's basically the same, but I ended up just saying the year that we're currently in, which is 2023, which is kind of funny. Uh, 23 would be worse. Slightly, yes, because $84 in 20 wouldn't be worth quite as much 3 years later. And also the stock market crash, that's true too. But even just in general, things money gets less valuable over time. So, is this your relationships? It is. John Smith, this is you. Oh yeah, our uncle is also Hungarian. This lady works at the Hungarian market grocers. We could make a whole Hungarian little mafia right here. Yeah, why is the 84 and 23 so much? Oh no, that makes sense though. But like you said, because of the crash. So after the crash, 84 is actually worth quite a bit more that year, particularly because nobody has any money. So 80 and 1920 is about 1,200. Gotcha. Works at Cafe Budapest. Look at all these people. Look at all these. Lots of Hungarians in this Hungarian family, which makes sense. What did I want to point out? Lewis. Okay, so it's hard to see this picture because it's not very big. But if you can make this out, this is supposed to be our uncle. Maybe it's an older photo of our uncle, but he does not look old enough to be our uncle. Meanwhile, our picture is this mustached, like, middle-aged guy. But it's fine. What am I supposed to be doing? How's the front doing, right? Talk about locals, I need to expand my territory out here. It was Lewis you meant. Oh, about staying youthful? Yes. Lewis is possibly a vampire. Oh. I wish we could be a vampire mafia. It's not that kind of game, but that would be basically a game that's just like this, but also mixes in supernatural elements. So you're like the vampire mafia or the werewolf mafia. Rix is such a super uncommon family name. Is that how you'd pronounce it with the A with that accent on it? Are you writing it with an I because that's what that becomes like phonetically? I have to imagine there are mods that allowed you to. Oh, probably. Yeah, that's a good point. This seems like the kind of game where there would be a pretty like vibrant modding community. I have an idea for what to do to the next block over. Have you seen the state of the parks in this area? There are disgraced, dead plants, overgrown paths, broken equipment. If a local leader were only to come forward to fund the upkeep, that person would have the respect of an entire block. Oh, it costs me $10 right away and then $10 on the first of each month. Your territory may expand on that corner over the next few turns. You have an interesting way of asking for things. I'd be happy to pay $10 every month for the upkeep of the local park so long as that respect materializes. Yeah, I'll buy people a park. Good. Alvarez is hard at work improving your name recognition in the neighborhood. In 7 or 8 turns, that corner should recognize you and join your territory. I'll wait with you until it does. Oh my god, are you kidding me? So you just want me to, like, pass 7 or 8 turns? Rax isn't as uncommon, also Hungarian, sure. Should I play the turns as if I was actually playing? No, well, I probably should, but I'm not going to be honest. I'm just going to click end turn until it happens. 1. Meanwhile, you can go about your business. My business is just passing the turns. Postcard. Your respect is rising in the city. Another new corner. That didn't take 7 or 8 turns. That was like 5 or 4. There it is. You now have 3 corners under control. Not bad. Not bad at all. Here's something to remember. If your front is working on your behalf, it's going to have some costs. Make sure to visit them at least once a month and cover their expenses. They will display this or support icon if you're overdue. Alternatively, you could extort some business in the area. Then the front will collect payments, skim off the top with cover expenses, and give you the rest in cold hard cash. We'll come back to this in a moment. But if they need money from me right now... providing upkeep for local park. Looks like we haven't collected enough. Afraid we're in the red by $10. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll pay the $10. Now keep expanding until you've reached 5 corners total. You should go back to Albert and pay to convert more corners as many times as possible. Alternatively, you could set up a different front, but expanding around an existing front is more cost efficient in the long term. I'll make a note for you. See the missions list on the left side of your screen. Okay. I said something about extortion, didn't I? I guess it's time for me to fess up. I've never tried something like that myself, and I'm too much of a softie anyway. Nobody's afraid of me. But whenever I'm at my local joint, there's a couple of these goons, real tough guy types, boasting how much they're raking in from offering protection to businesses all around. Let me tell you how it works. Also, the CZ is like a check, so it's like rach. Okay. Thank you for the information. Okay. I'm starting to see why the tutorial potentially might take 5 hours, because if the missions are going to start getting more long-term, like, hey, you're at 3 corners, now just convert 2 more corners however you see fit to do so. And then, like, from there, if it's going to be like, now build like 5 breweries, however you see fit to do so. I can see why it's like the tutorial gets longer and longer and longer, because it's less and less mechanics and more just like actually like play the game to accomplish these goals. First, you identify a valuable business, like that one this one for example. It has to be inside your territory. It has to be very close to a front, otherwise this won't work. They won't be afraid of you. I don't want to extort anybody. Drive over there, strike up a conversation about protecting them. Be all smiles, but not friendly, you know? They'll get it immediately, and some of them will cave right away, especially those that really respect you. But if they don't, you'll have a new problem on your hands, and you'll have to do something about it, otherwise you'll have disrespect hanging over you. In any case, remember that extorting people is a nasty business. It will make them unhappy, and they'll complain to others about it. Like with every hurtful action, people will talk, and this might hurt your relationship with other people, and vice versa. If you do good by people, they will talk it up as well and influence others. See that you're itching to give it a try. I am absolutely not itching to give it a try. Go ahead, drive over the business, try talking to them about protecting them from misfortune, see what happens. I'll wait here. I don't want to extort anybody. Waiting for you to successfully extort a business inside your newly acquired territory. Clear the first floor dead cells in 2 minutes, 1 second. That is 1 second too much. Oh no, Mango. So close. You'll get it though. They haven't taught me any late game stuff, but I'm kind of tempted to like bail on the tutorial now, and we'll just teach ourselves as we go. I mean, we have that whole encyclopedia, and I don't want. It's not just about the extortion; it's also because the tutorial takes 5 hours, and I'm not gonna play the full 5-hour tutorial. We're gonna stop it at some point and just start a game and just figure things out as we play. So I'm thinking we might as well just do that now. Oh wait, we can skip this lesson. Oh, maybe that's what I should be doing then. Just skim through and only doing the lessons for things that I think like I really want to know, and then we'll just quickly do a few more lessons and then we'll hop into a game. That sounds like a plan, maybe. Larger territory, you can start thinking about adding another crew member. Okay, I should probably know how to do this. The more crew you have, the more you can do per turn. For example, you can send some of your people to run deliveries, while you personally take care of more important business. But got 30 kills without getting hit. Really love this game. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So you got one of the 2 doors. That's awesome. Having a larger crew will also help you defend against rival outfits once you run into them, that is. To hire more crew, look for any business owners who have the higher crews. Okay, so there's a symbol you can hire crew. You know, people looking for work, any kind of work. Someone who might be particularly useful to you. You You drive around and talk to them. As you talk to them, find out what the candidate's personality traits. They're very important depending on the job. For example, you wouldn't want to hire someone careless to be a manager or someone weak to be a muscle man. To see a list of everyone who might be interested in joining your crew, you can also open the report dialog and look at the crew list. Go ahead now and try to hire somebody. I'll wait. Okay. Well, there's somebody right here who wants to be hired at Albert's place. No people looking for work. How do I... What dialogue option do I... Is it this one? Yes. Looking to hire someone for my crew. Last run you got both. Just zoom and murder. Oh, that's awesome. That's really impressive, Mango. I'm not... I can get the not taking damage one sometimes, but only if I play quite slow. And I can get the speed one sometimes, but only if I'm reckless and take a bunch of hits. I haven't been able to get anywhere as close to doing both at the same time yet. Looking to hire somebody. Cousin I have Elsie who's looking for a job. I can send her your way. Tell me more. Elsie Smith, a 21-year-old American, cousin with Albert. Well, I'm also Albert's cousin, so I guess this is probably my cousin. I appreciate if you feel their family. Personality traits: kind. How to take advantage of this rather unfortunate trait for a gangster. Can enter territory of corner hooligans without a relationship penalty. Nice. Compassionate. If you need someone to shoot first and ask questions later, maybe keep looking. Forgiving. Things happen. An easygoing type who's willing to live and let live. I mean, kind, compassionate, forgiving don't sound like great traits for a gangster. But we're also talking about an outfit that's run by someone who just refused to extort somebody. So, yeah, let's get Elsie on board. She sounds like a smart dame. I'll tell her to stop by. I'll have work for her. Use up one favor. Done both on the first and both on the second ones. Once you've gotten 60 kills at Ramparts, you have been playing a lot these past few weeks. Oh, wow. That's dope. You're getting awesome at it. Got people for that, right? Well, now you've got more since a new crew member has joined your outfit. Okay, so now what do I do? I'll see you around. What's my mission? Oh, 5 corners in my territory. Crew tutorial, visit Lewis for a chat. Ah, okay. Crew size just doubled. You can see your new crew member on the list on the right-hand side. Elsie Smith. Of course, for a regular game, you would also need to buy a new vehicle for this new hire, but in this tutorial, I got a hold of an old truck that you can use. I dropped it off in front of your safe house. Go ahead and assign this vehicle to the new hire. I trust you'll figure it out now. Every hire needs a vehicle? I can't, like, cram, like, 5 gangsters into one car? I'm pretty sure most of the movies I've seen have, like, a full car of gangsters driving around doing jobs and stuff. But apparently everybody needs their own vehicle. That's fine. Waiting for you to assign the vehicle to the new... Oh, wait. Unassigned vehicle. How do I... Assign a vehicle. Aha! There you go. Now the new member's ready to work. If you want to direct them manually, you can just click on their card in the list and tell them where to go and what to do. They can do everything that you can. Alternatively, you can assign them to a specific delivery route and they will just follow a specific delivery schedule. We'll set that up in a moment. Yes, it'd be good to know how to do that. Finish your mission on the left-hand side by visiting me at the safe house and starting a conversation. I have something waiting for you. Understood. Wait, where am I? Wait. Okay, but you can't visit. I have to come visit personally. I wonder how many of my my people with cars I can have in one corner at a time. Digital person. Oh, we're already doing that. Wait, how do I visit you for a chat? Choose someone to drive to the sales. John Smith. What? Why did it ask me to... How do I have a chat? Do I need to get more corners first? want to speak with you this way. I'm glad you're able to help me. Always happy to help friends. Well done, your new hire will help make your outfit more efficient. Oh, and here, take this envelope. I had it saved for a rainy day, but seeing how well you're doing, I'd rather invest in you in success. How kind of you. Thank you. Receive $1,000. Start tutorial lesson. Deliveries. $1,000? That's a lot of money. Generous person by nature, so of course you helped out when asked and made a new friend, and of course friends can help when friends help friends when asked. Sure. I have the things you're waiting for. Deliver the goods. What goods? What? Click to set up a new delivery. Now that you have a second member, you can delegate some of your work, such as selling off your product, buying up ingredients, or visiting your fronts. Let's try that now. In a few steps, your new hire will be running a basic delivery route to get your homemade beer out to thirsty customers. On the far right-hand side, click the button under deliveries to get started. Oh no, this is being blocked by the webcam now. Deliver 1. Nobody assigned, so I gotta assign a person. Select assign a driver, put your new truck and crew number on this route. Be sure not to add yourself. You've got more important things to do than deliver booze after all.
$1,000 in 1920 is worth $14,839.85 today.
That's a lot of money. Also, thank you, love, so much. I wish I had a uncle who was just going to invest $15,000 in a business that I was running. Not that I'm running any businesses. And certainly not any illegal booze production operations, but... Always die at the hand of the king? Oh, yes. I think I've only fought the hand of the king once or twice. I often die before I get there. Elsie. Great, now create delivery schedule. This will be step-by-step instruction telling the driver to pick up beer from the safe house and drive around to sell it. I love that we can automate this kind of stuff. Add next step. Delivery step needs to specify what to do and where to go. We'll start by having them pick up some homemade beer from storage. So first change the initial step to storage pickup. Okay, select. Storage pickup. Homemade beer. At this point we specify exactly how much to transfer into the vehicle. The current selection is all, meaning take as much as can fit, which is exactly what we want. Other possibilities are to pick up a specific amount, or to make sure there's a certain amount remaining in the storage to take the rest, all but, or to move things into their vehicle. Okay, so that's useful because then, like, if you do like all but, you can make sure that there's at least a certain minimum amount for other deliveries that you are going to have set up. So, like, you never want anyone to take too much because then you'll, like, at least be having, like, say, like 10 go to each place that you want to take stuff to. Or until their vehicle contains a set amount. Nice. For now, let's just have them fill the truck up with homemade beer, so we'll keep the all selection. Now that we chose quantity, click on the leftmost button, save the step. Okay. So storage pickup, homemade beer, from Lewis's lumber supply, all into the vehicle. Okay, that's step. Add a step. Select it, highlight the add step button, or decide where to go with the merchandise. Change to sell and select homemade beer from the list. Sure. Suds and such. That was the person who wanted 50 per week. Or, well, not necessarily 50 per week, but they were able to buy 50 before. List of destinations will also change to include businesses you know that buy homemade beer. Once again, you can pick whether to sell them the maximum they'll buy right now, all, or you can choose a quantity to try and sell. For now, we'll try to sell them as much as they'll take. Once things look good, click on the middle, save, and add a new step. We'll save me create a duplicate one. Okay. Now look at that. By clicking on the save and add, you get a new step with the same setup as the previous one. Of course, we don't want to sell the same business, so let's change the destination. On the map, you see that every business that wants to buy your homemade beer is being shown. You can select the new destination for this step simply by clicking one of the businesses. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, we'll take some to Cafe Libra. It's a great way to add a lot of steps to your deliveries very quickly to make sure that your drivers are following a sensible route. Oh, because you can choose the order, right? So we're selling here first, and then swing down and sell to here, and then maybe we could go up there next. Drivers are going to have a lot of cash on hand after selling all that beer, and you probably don't want them driving around with it. So that is to drop the cash back at the safe house. New step you just created, change the action of the storage drop off, then change the resource to cash. Once you're done with that, click on the leftmost save and return. Okay. Storage drop off, drop cash. It's fine to leave it at all, probably. There you have it. A simple delivery route, and now as soon as you hit the start button, they'll start the job on the next turn, and they will follow your instructions step by step. And then once your driver reaches the last step on the list, they will start over again, and they'll keep doing this until you tell them to stop. Just please remember that your driver will use up their movement points and action points as they go about doing their assigned task, so make sure to choose the right person for the job and use their experience upgrades wisely. Now click the start button to get going. Does that mean they'll do it multiple times per turn? Because people only buy a certain amount of stuff per turn, right? Let's just click start and see what happens. Share a few other tips about your delivering routes. You can rename routes by clicking on the name. Might help to keep track of them. Yes, it will. Beer delivery. We'll just call it beer delivery for now. You can change the order delivery steps by clicking the... Finally, you can toggle individual... If an individual step is enabled or not, and force driver to a specific step next turn. Okay. Oh, force them onto a specific... Okay. Got the basics of organized delivery job for a crew member. Got them set up to sell homemade beer. But you can have them do more. For example, they could also pick up the resources you need to make it. So why don't you add a few more steps to buy stoneware Crocs as well. Make sure to add a step to pick up a bit of cash. Then add 2 or 3 stops at businesses where you can buy some Crocs and then drop them back off at your safe house. Phone is getting warm watching. Hope the rest of the stream is great. I love you. I love you so much. Probably won't be going super late tonight or anything. I'm sorry your phone's getting warm. Okay. Once you got that going, your crew will keep the homemade beer operation humming. This will free up to do other things, exploring the city, meeting new people, working on missions, learning skills, expanding territory. Well, there's just so much for a boss to do these days, isn't there? Agreed. Okay. Well, I mean, if that's a few final words of advice, moving on. Oh wait, are we done the tutorial? Because we've skipped ahead in certain areas. I mean, we haven't done the expanded the territory and stuff yet. What do you want? First, try to get yourself an additional building. This will greatly increase your base of operations. Look for people who have the building expansion icon, and they're actively looking for an opportunity. Second, keep expanding with your territory and your connections. There are many opportunities here, but they only come to those who make their name known. Third, there's still a lot you don't know. As you talk to people, try to learn new skills and try to find out more about resources that you haven't explored. Some of those can be really profitable. Fourth, expect competition. Over time, you'll meet cops, corner hooligans, and other outfits. I'll be back with more advice when that happens. Finally, keep an eye on your finances. Money is the grease of the gears of commerce, as they say, and if you ever run out, this whole operation will come to a grinding halt. Good luck, kid. Who knew you'd do so well so quickly? I'll be back with more advice if the situation calls for it, but otherwise, run your own, have fun in the big city. The main tutorial will now be turned off. You can turn it back on in the settings in the main menu. Oh. Okay. Cool. Do I remember where I could buy... I could buy Crocs there. So, how do I... let's add a step. I'm just experimenting here. The step is going to be to buy resources, and it's going to be to buy stoneware Crocs. It's going to be to buy stoneware Crocs from here. All? No. We need... no, we don't need that many. I think they only sell 30 a turn, but we need 50 every... What was the number? 50 every like 5 turns or 3 turns or something? So if we just buy like 20 at a time, that should be reasonable. So we're going to do that, but that is then going to pop up here. What is this? So now, pick up beer, sell as much as possible, buy some Crocs, then drop off all available cash. We also need a step to drop off the Crocs. Alright. Drop all Crocs. Oops. How do I edit this delivery? Okay, that's how. So currently, pick up beer, sell beer, buy Crocs, drop off all cash, drop off all Crocs. And then rinse and repeat each turn. Seems reasonable to me. Actually. 20 I don't know if that's enough. Let me go to my... Yeah, no, it's fine. You can interact with it. I just want to see... This is under construction. It produces 50 every 4 turns. So that means I need... What was I getting? I was getting 20. If I get 20 a turn, that's 80. So I'm going to have more Crocs than I need. I mean, I could turn it down to... 13 would be the minimum number. I need to procure 13 a turn, and that would give me more than 50 every 4 turns. Would I guess be the best way? That would use up the least amount of money. But having extra Crocs I don't think is a bad thing, in case we need them for something. We already have a few extra Crocs already. Huh. Okay. So we have 1 cargo vehicle and 2 passenger vehicles. So you're the one who would sell us vehicles, right? Vehicle, let me know if you have any leads. We could also sell vehicles, come back later. Okay, I understand. Okay. I mean, if the tutorial is off by default now and we'd have to turn it back on in the main menu, then we're basically just playing a normal game at this point from this sort of starting position, which is probably a better starting position than a new game would give us, just because like our uncle gave us all that money and we're sort of at a good start. But I do kind of want to now we'll save the tutorial, I guess, but then we're going to jump back to the main menu and see what our options are for starting a new game. Can we do other cities, or is it only Chicago? Can we do other time periods? Can we do... What can we do? Is what I'm wondering. Why is escape not opening up the menu like it just did? Hello? What's going on here? Closes things. There we go. Quit to main menu. Let's see what our options are for actually starting a new game. If I were to start a new game, select your city. Chicago, Detroit, Pittsburgh, or custom map. Windy City is often at the center of conflict over prohibition in the United States. Located on Lake Michigan, at the crossroads of the nation's railways, and overflowing with wealthy industrialists and poor immigrant workforce, the city was infamous for its blatant defiance of dry laws and profiting off of illegal alcohol sales. Many famous criminal organizations clashed on its streets, including Al Capone's Outfit and Dean O'Banion's North Side Gang. In Chicago, booze flows freely, but starting locations are not all made equal. Downtown is reasonably accessible from almost anywhere. However, the highest concentration of industrial areas and train stations will be located around the back of the yards and the West Loop, which may require some creative relationship management to gain access to. Bridges are a key feature and link the three main regions, but provide opportunities for rivals to block off important routes. Detroit. The Motor City has long been renowned for its booming automobile industry. Desiring a sober workforce, Henry Ford famously backed the Damon Act of 1918, which was a precursor to the 18th Amendment. But as the sale of alcohol remained legal in Canada through Prohibition, neighboring Windsor, Ontario became a hotspot for alcohol smuggling. The Purple Gang, a criminal mob of bootleggers and hijackers, were perhaps Detroit's most notorious gang, going as far as supplying Canadian whiskey to Al Capone's Chicago outfit. The Detroit River separates the city from its Canadian neighbor of Windsor, Ontario. A lack of bridges means that there is no conventional access between the two cities. However, the river does provide scope for smuggling across the border via boat. If you work your relationships and build some trust with Canadians living in Detroit, you'll have an opportunity to fund an agent and safe house over the border. You can then transfer money and resources to this new safe house and utilize your Canadian crew member to procure Canadian whiskey, a unique alcohol resource that can be sold back in Detroit for a tidy profit. That seems appealing just because of the Canadian connection there. I would be interested in potentially doing that. What's Pittsburgh got going on? At the start of Prohibition, the Steel City was both an industrial powerhouse and a melting pot of European nationals. Partly as a result of the cultural significance of alcohol for many of its migrant workers, Pittsburgh was soon declared the wettest spot in the United States by Prohibition leaders. Sicilian and Neapolitan crime families fought bitterly over territory in the north and south of the city. Pittsburgh is home to two unique drinks, Applejack and Rickeja. With these two additional alcohol types, the city has a much larger, more diverse market for alcohol than the other cities, meaning that it will be easier to get a faster start and earn more money overall. However, Three Rivers and abundant hills create a ton of choke points which could present you with challenges when expanding your territory, so you need to be extra careful where you set up your fronts and how you work your relationships. Custom map. Create a random city map with unknown challenges. Press continue to switch to advanced customization settings, where you can select the topography of the city map, adjust the number of rivals and troublemakers, and more. Interesting. What do you got for settings here? My own Chicago based. Okay, so we can base it on a location. Custom whatever. Number of rival outfits 100%. Troublemakers, police precincts. River settings simple. Hill settings few. Coast settings none. Industrial centers 100. Commercial settings 100. Road network appearance organized. Messy. European. Grid. Interesting. Okay. I could have coasts. Ooh, I'm tempted to do a custom city. Like, Detroit sounded cool. But could I base it on Detroit? But then add some coasts? I'd like there to be a coast. I envision my mafia family taking over, like, the harbor district. And controlling, like, the shipping lanes and stuff. Do these things down here change when I select these? Doesn't seem like it. Detroit. Pick the original sandwich based on this will inform which resources are available, what kinds of skills and missions open up, and so on. Okay, so if we picked if we based it on Detroit, then I guess it sounds like we would still have the whole Canadian whiskey option available. Whereas if we based it on Pittsburgh, we probably have the Applejack and the Rickesia as well. Interesting. Okay. Very cool. This game has a lot going on to it. Oh, I'm out of tea. Oh, 1 sec here. I just gotta check how the weather's doing. We're in the midst of quite an aggressive cold snap here. -20. Feels like -33. Delightful. That's what you want to hear. Okay. It's a bit of a shorter one tonight, but I think we got, by doing the tutorial and getting to this point, I think we got a good idea of what this game has to offer. And it's cool. I'm definitely actually probably going to play more of this. I'm excited to start like an actual new game from scratch and flesh out a family and an empire. But I think we will wrap for now. And just do a shorter one tonight. My next... I'll be streaming it as much as possible next week for Next Fest. I want to get through as many demos as we can. Because of that, I might take Sunday night off. Normally I'd stream Sunday and Monday. In an ideal week. Usually every week I miss at least some nights. But normally it's Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I might take Sunday off, this Sunday off. And then we'll do as many nights as we can for Next Fest. But we'll see. Regardless, thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. Keeping me company, checking stuff out. Let me go see who's around and what's going on Twitch. Thank you again to Bubba for the raid. I really appreciate that. Nice meeting you too, Zaturnia. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate that. Thank you for streaming. You're most welcome, Mango. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. Oh, come on, Chrome. You can do it. I just need you to show me my following list on Twitch. I just need you to show me who's on right now. That's all I ask. I mean, it's not all I ask. There's a lot of things I ask, but okay, nice. Let's go share some love, if you would like to accompany me, with Ash. She's playing some Dead by Daylight. And, I mean, we go over there so often, you all already know, or those of you who have been here before know that it's always a great time hanging out with Ash, so we will go say hello to her. It would help if I could spell... and so we got two versions. Oh, it's not just exclamation mark raid, it's exclamation mark raid call. So we got two versions. There's the emote version if you have them. There's the heart version if you don't have them or you would just rather use the hearts. Or you can substitute in your own emotes if you would like. Or you don't even need to use the raid call at all. If you just want to just come along and hang out, that's totally cool too. You don't have to post things in people's chats if you don't want to. But if you do want to, I have those two raid call options. And so yeah, next guaranteed stream is Monday with the start of Next Fest. I'm super excited. I hope you all are too, because Next Fest is so much fun. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your day/night, depending on your time zone. Stay hydrated. Get good rest when it comes time to, if you can. You deserve it. I love and appreciate you all, and I hope to see you again another time. Okay, take care.